In this episode of the Butt Chronicles, we're going to be taking a look at Beavis and Butt-Head episode 17, At the Movies.
Welcome to Industrial Industries World Radio's The Butt Chronicles.
You said welcome.
Oh God.
Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome to the Butt Chronicles, your audio guide to everything Beavis and Butt-Head. And I'm your host, DJ Glowing Ice. And today we're going to be taking a look at Beavis and Butt-Head episode 17, At the Movies. And it first aired on MTV on May 31st, 1993. And it's one of the episodes that wound up getting banned, much like Way Down Mexico Way Part 2. So, what happens in Beavis and Butt-Head At the Movies? Well, let's check it out. The episode starts in Beavis and Butt-Head's house. And their TV is showing topless tribal women from the South American rainforest living in their surroundings. Whoa, topless tribeswomen, says Butt-Head. Ew, those are flat, Beavis says. Yeah, but they're still cool, says Butt-Head. Cut back to the TV, showing men chopping down trees, as the narrator on the show mentions that tree cutting is a huge threat to the rainforest. Cool. Timber, says Butt-Head. Beavis says, yeah, then proceeds to make chainsaw noises with his mouth. Next, we see an overview shot of the drive-in movie theater. The sign displays the movie title, Ernest Goes to Manhattan. The overhead shot pans from the sign in the entrance to inside the lot of the drive-in and to the snack bar building. Inside the restrooms in the back of the snack bar building, Beavis is standing in front of the sinks looking into the mirror. He's spreading his mouth open looking at his teeth. Butt-Head inside of a toilet stall reads the writing scribbled on the wall inside. Here I sit broken-hearted, paid a dime and only farted. The boys laugh and Beavis says, that was cool. Butt-Head says, hey, check this out. For a good time, call Beavis's mom. Yeah, well, it says here for a good time, call Butt-Head's dad, says Beavis. Ew, gross, Butt-Head says as he urinates into the toilet. Butt-Head pulls out an M80 firecracker and calls Beavis over to the toilet. You ready? Asks Beavis. Uh-huh. This is gonna be cool, says Butt-Head. Butt-Head counts to 3, lights the M80 firecracker, then drops it into the toilet. The boys run out of the stall and the restrooms themselves as heavy metal music plays. The boys scream as they enter into the snack bar, and from the explosion of the M80, it damages all the water lines in the building. From the damages, the clerk behind the counter, along with the popcorn and slushy machines, are getting hit with water. Soon, water is gushing from every door leading out of the snack bar. Beavis and Butt-Head watch it all, and then they head to the counter. They grab handfuls of candy bars and eat them in the moment, and stuff all the other candy bars down their shirts. Beavis slurps down a slushie as well. Next, we see the boys sitting down on the ground in an open spot in the drive-in as they watch the movie Ernest Goes to Manhattan. The boys have their guts bulging from underneath their shirts, and they're covered in chocolate as they eat the candy bars they stole. Hey Vern, whoa, says Ernest, coming from the drive-in speakers the boys are holding in their hands. In their other hands, they're scarfing chocolate bars down one after another. A guard then points his flashlight on the boys and says, excuse me boys, y'all wouldn't know anything about a couple of kids blowing up the men's room crapper with a quarter stick of dynamite, then stealing half the snack bar's candy in the commotion now, would ya? The boys continue eating candy bars. The guard then says, looks like we here at Bubba's Nighttime Discount Security are gonna have to teach you boys a thing or two about respecting other people's property. The boys stop eating candy bars, and Butt-Head replies to the security guard with a burp, as the guard then says, let me tell you something, this here's gonna hurt me a whole crap load less than it's gonna hurt you. The guard grabs for his gun, but seems to be stuck as he yanks to get it out of the holster on his side. He winds up shooting his foot, which makes his toes fly off towards Beavis and Butt-Head. The boys laugh, and Butt-Head says, "Cool." "Check it out, toes," says Beavis. As the guard is hopping on one foot, Butt-Head picks up the toes and holds them in his hand. He then plays with the toes, saying, "This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy had roast beef." Butt-Head then points to the guard and says, "And this little piggy shot a big-ass hole in his foot."
"You're a genius, Butt-Head,"
says Beavis. The next shot we see is the guard being tied up by one of the wires from the drive-in speakers. He sits with a puddle of blood beneath his foot, as a pizza is shoved into his mouth to keep him from screaming. The boys continue eating candy and watching the movie. We then see the movie screen, and within the movie we see the Statue of Liberty. We then see the Ernest P. Worrell character standing by a steel door attached to the Statue of Liberty, and the door reads, "Statue of Liberty, do not enter." Ernest says, "Hey Vern, look at here. It's a sign that says, do nut entry?" Ernest opens up the door and enters as he says, "I sure could go for a double jelly glazed fudge cruller, you know what I mean?" Ernest steps into the doorway and falls straight down and screams, "Whoa!" as he falls out of the nostrils of the Statue of Liberty. The boys laugh and continue eating candy as the guard mumbles, "Help me," with the pizza stuck in his mouth. And that's the end of Beavis and Butt-Head episode 17 at the movies. Now let's check out the music videos. First we got Wild Wild West by Kool Moe Dee. "These guys kick ass," says Butt-Head. The boys start singing along and Butt-Head then says, "The Wild Wild Wuss." Next we've got Bang a Gong by Power Station, and Beavis says, "Fire, fire, fire."
"Check it out, it's pussy galore,"
says Beavis. "That's that chick from that movie about that guy with those numbers," Butt-Head says.
"Yeah, he's got 2 zeros in his number so that he can kill people. That's cool,"
Beavis says. "Yeah, James Bong," says Butt-Head. And then he says, "We should have a toilet installed right in front of the TV. That would be cool." The boys mention that there needs to be more toilets in music videos. Next, we've got Shamrocks and Shenanigans by House of Pain. The boys like it, and Butt-Head says, "This kicks ass." Butt-Head says Donnie Wahlberg is a wuss, and then asks Beavis, "Hey Beavis, are you Irish?"
"Yeah,"
replies Beavis. Then next is Walkabout by the Sugar Cubes, and Butt-Head, referring to the belly dancer in the video, says, "That chick has a beer belly."
"Yeah, I like chubby chicks,"
says Beavis. Beavis, referring to the hairstyle of the singer, says,
"Check it out, it's that chick from Star Wars."
Butt-Head says, "Yeah, Princess Leia."
"What's this video about?"
asks Beavis. "It's about drama club chicks," answers Butt-Head. Beavis then says,
"Yeah, I got a part for her."
"Is this one of those college videos?" asks Butt-Head.
"Yeah, college sucks,"
says Beavis. Then they change it. And last, we've got You Shook Me All Night Long by AC/DC. Seeing the lead singer Brian Johnson taking a bath, Butt-Head says, "Don't forget to scrub your wiener." The boys headbang to it, and seeing a woman ride a mechanical bull in the video, Butt-Head says, "Come to Butt-Head." And that's your music videos. Now let's get into the fun facts. This is yet another episode of Beavis and Butt-Head that wound up being banned, and the reason it did get banned were from the scenes of the boys blowing up the toilet, and then them saying, "Fire, fire, fire," and then also the way they treated the police officer in the episode later on. Those are the reasons why the episode got banned, but more importantly because of the fire reference. This episode was officially released on the Too Dumb for TV VHS tape. Beavis and Butt-Head at the Movies is the 12th episode of Season 2, and it's the 17th episode overall. And IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, gives Beavis and Butt-Head at the Movies a 7.2 out of 10 rating. Now I'll give you my review. I never seen this episode, so it was new to me, and I liked it. I liked the whole rendition of the Ernest movies, Beavis and Butt-Head watching them. I figured that's a perfect movie for them to watch. Very cheesy, but still funny. Good wholesome thing. I always appreciated the Ernest movies myself. And the boys like rushing the snack bar and taking all the food and candy that they want. That's something it's one of my dreams, one of my fantasies of just going into a place and just ransacking it. And watching Beavis and Butt-Head, you kind of get to live vicariously through them. It was a very fun episode. So even though the animation we are still in that stage of the animation still being gritty and all that, it wasn't bad. It was a very decent episode. The music video segments were pretty good. I appreciated the Sugar Cubes music video the most, as they were just trashing it the entire time, because that's what it deserved to be trashed, because it was garbage. And yeah. So all things considered, I'm going to have to give this episode a 7 out of 10 rating. It's pretty good and definitely rewatchable. So there you go. It's very definite now. Beavis and Butt-Head at the Movies gets a 7 out of 10 rating.